Alright guys, BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode. Gonna be starting up our Year 3 simulation, most definitely, hopefully, I'll say that right now, hopefully we'll be starting our Year 3 simulation in this video, but we still have a bunch of trades that we still need to make with this team. We still want to see if we can improve the team a little bit. Guys were giving me some suggestions for last episode, so we're gonna get right into that right now. So, first off on our priority list, what is the issue surrounding Danny Cristo? Now, a lot of you guys are actually telling me to go get this guy because he's actually is very good. He's got a decent defensive category. He's got a really good shot, and he still has another at least year of getting better, including this year. So he's 25 years old. He's 3.5 gold stars. He will continue to get better. He's a good puck moving defenseman. He would be perfect to add some more offensive flair to that third line of ours. So he would be pretty good to get, considering he had 31 goals in the minors last year. I mean, that's amazing for probably like first line time, but third line time, I think he can get it done. We give him some power play time. I think he can get it done as well. Now, the problem is we can't sign Danny Cristo out of free agency because we do not have the proper draft picks. And I did some research in here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. You guys can call me whatever name you want in the comment section down below to make fun of me. Haha, Joe, you're stupid and fat. But anyway, apparently the compensation screen, like I said, he wants 3.8, so or 8.8 something. So I think we would have to give up this year's first and third round picks. We have a first, we don't have a third, nor a second, so it really wouldn't happen anyway. But just because we can't sign him in free agency doesn't mean we can't make a trade for him. So I think that's what we're going to do right now. Now we're going to be making a trade with Danny Ford with the New York Rangers for Danny Cristo. So if we go to the New York Rangers, Danny Cristo is right there as a restricted free agent. His trade value is not that big, and I think we can definitely make a trade for him. Now, if Danny Cristo is going to be taking over a third line position slot, which means we need to get rid of one of our third liners. So we have 4 third liners on the team right now: Matt Fratton, Brandon Dubinsky, Dana Terrell, and Artem Anisimov. So Artem Anisimov technically is considered a third line center, but he's going to be our fourth line center going into the thing. So he's off our list. We're going to keep Artem Anisimov. Dana Terrell still has the progression going, so he's, I think, 26 right now, and he still is. This is his last year of getting better, and he's a very good, solid defensive player. He's one of our better ones getting up there now. He's got almost 90s for his defensive category and a 72 for faceoff, so he can definitely take the faceoffs on the third line, so he can get it done. He's out of the picture. Now it leaves Dubinsky and Fratton. Dubinsky's still pretty good. He's at 29 years old. We got him on a really cheap contract, 2.6 mil for another 2 more years at really good stats for a great defensive player. Like I said, if Dan Terrell's not working out on that third line, we have another replacement center in Brandon Dubinsky, and he's one of the best defensive players that we have on the team. So he's out, which leaves us with Matt Fratton. So Fratton still is another very good defensive player that we have here. 27 years old, 3.5 red stars. He's not going to be getting any better. He's a decent offensively minded guy. Just an average two-way forward. He's got the same kind of stats as Nick Foligno did. So right now, he's kind of the odd man out. Now, the only problem is we can't trade Matt Fratton to the New York Rangers because of salary cap problems, and I think like we could try to make it something go through, but a lot of the players on here that we need to get salary cap going our way is just not going to work. So Fratton, we'll have to trade him to another team, and that's what I was thinking, guys. So here's my offer to the New York Rangers in exchange for Danny Cristo. I give them my first round pick for next year, not this year, next year, because I still don't know what kind of team we're going to be this year, but I still might need to hold on to that first round pick for this year. If we do tank, then that's going to be the last draft pick I own. I definitely use, and then we'll start building this team up. But I think by the time next year, I think we should be a decent team, so we won't need that first round pick anymore. It's very weighted in the New York Rangers New York Rangers favor, but they don't want to give up Cristo, and apparently they don't feel the need to sign him, so we'll give them a first in exchange for him. And then with that being said, we can, in return, we could go to another team for something, maybe a defenseman, maybe a top 6 defenseman, so that instead of playing Calvin DeHaan on the NHL team, oh wait a minute, hold on, did DeHaan's, okay, Calvin DeHaan's player type actually did change. He is a top 6 defenseman now. Okay, but I still might want to make another trade in return for Calvin DeHaan, even though he is top 6 now, apparently. Um, we might want to make another trade and see if we can get a better top 6 defenseman than Calvin DeHaan, who's younger. We still need that defensive defenseman on this team that we don't have. So I think I might have an idea for something to go out for him, and maybe we can trade DeHaan as well to move up there. Because Alec Martinez really is just a placeholder for this team right now. He's not going to be spending this team. We just need him for this year until guys like David Savard can get better. So that's why I was hoping there. Maybe we can package deal Matt Fratton as well as the goaltender that you guys want me to trade in Jeremy Smith, even though he doesn't have the greatest trade value. You guys were saying to trade him, play Dansk as the backup, and let him get some NHL time. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think I got my little plan in order here. So let's go through with it. All right, so we're going to take our first round pick for next year in exchange for Danny Cristo from the New York Rangers. We'll have to go sign him right away to make sure that he will be a part of this team. So our first round pick next year for Danny Cristo, this definitely should go through. Yes, it did. We believe this transaction, blah, 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 blah. The Rangers are happy with it. Very good. Okay. So now let's go, first off, let's go sign Danny Cristo so I know I don't have to worry about any problems with him. All right, so Cristo, let's go here. He's a restricted free agent, negotiate a new contract. 3.35. He was once 3.8, so we'll give it to him. Well, 3.825. We could take off 300 and then 1.5. So about 3.5 we should be able to get for Cristo. So for 2 years. Okay, we own his rights now, so he doesn't really have a say in the matter. All right, so now if we go to trade negotiations, let's look at our trading block. And we're already looking for that top 6 defenseman, which is good. Okay, so for potential range, I'm going to go for 3.5 stars. I'm looking for it. 17 to 30 is a good age range. And then defensively, I'm going to be looking for at least 4-star defensive categories. So I'm going to apply that, search. Let's see who we get here. And I'm going to be looking for youth as well. I want some youth players in there. All right, so age-wise, we have a lot of guys under the range of 24. Okay, so we have Seeloff, Olimata, Nathan Beaulieu, Alexiak, Brodin, Nestorov, and then Dylan and John Moore. Okay, so we're going to say no to John Moore. We're going to say no to Dylan because we want some defensive defensemen. All right, I have all these guys. Who's defensively? Who's this Nestorov guy? Nikita Nestorov, Tampa Bay Lightning. No, I'm going to skip on him. Alexiak's defensive defenseman, but his trade value is way too much because of his green star potential. Beaulieu's offensively minded. Mata is two-way. He's not bad. Or we could go, Patrick Seeloff from the Calgary Flames. He's got a nice hard shot. He's decent speed. He's good physically. He's a defensive defenseman, which is what I want. At defensive category, I'd like a whole lot. 88, 83, 88. Discipline 70. Does take a little bit of penalties. But if he put him on top 6, is he considered a top 6? Yes, he is. He's on that .925 for another 2 more years at 3.5 gold stars. Do I want to take a risk with Seeloff or do I want to go for Mata? Mata definitely has a better upside than Seeloff just because he has 4 gold stars. But I need that defensive defenseman. How big is he? He is 6'1", 200. Mata is 6'2", 205 as a two-way, and he's 21. You know, I have a feeling that Pittsburgh would not want to trade with Columbus, seeing as that we're in the same division, so that might be a tough deal to get through. So you know what? I'll take a risk here. I'll try to get Patrick Seeloff from the Calgary Flames. And I don't want to give him up. I just want to look at him one more time. He's got a nice hard shot. He's a decent skater. He's a very physical guy. His defense is good. Like I said, I don't like his discipline at 70, but I think we can get away with it. At 82 overall, it's a good trade to make, and his trade value is so low. So let's see. We're going to give them Matt Fratton. Fratton for Seeloff straight up might be able to go through. Let's see what Calgary has prospect-wise as well. Okay, so we're not going to get Monahan, not Barchi, not Ekblad, not Vrana, not Klington, not Klimchuk, not Backlund. TJ Brody, he is 82 already at 25. Corbin Knight is 75, 76, 25. Curtis Lazar is 20 at 61, but I think he doesn't really progress all that great. Colburn is 79 at 25. Hanowski's 81 at 24. Walmark's 20 at 61. Seeloff, we're grabbing him. Reinhardt, 23. Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon's a minor league top 6. Another good defenseman maybe have. I think we can maybe pick up Wotherspoon or Granlund. One of these guys. Let's take a look here. Marcus Granlund, center playmaker. 3.5 Red Star potential for him. 22. Or we could go with the Wotherspoon, the 22-year-old defensive defenseman prospect. I like that a lot better. Yeah, let's add Wotherspoon to this deal. So let's add Wotherspoon to this, and then to make sure that Wotherspoon will go through, we will add, what's their goaltender situation look like? Could they use Jeremy Smith in a way? Who they have? They have Rick DiPietro, yes, indeedy, and Leland Irving, yeah, and Svedberg. Yeah, they definitely could use a young goaltender like Jeremy Smith. That would definitely not be a bad idea. So we'll give them Jeremy Smith. They're under. Oh, we probably need to take a goalie back. Let's just grab this Wah guy in return, Oliver Wah, and then we'll just add in some useless stuff like draft picks, like my 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, so this looks like a pretty good deal in my opinion. We get we got our new third line winger to replace Fratton and Danny Cristo, and now we could trade away Fratton and a backup goalie Jeremy Smith that we're not going to really use, as well as some draft picks to pick up a young defensive defenseman with some pretty good potential and a young as well, almost the same age, defensive defenseman prospect as well. So we're picking up 2 defensive defensemen, one that we can use on our team and one that we can use as a prospect for our system. So I think this is a good trade. So Matt Fratton and Jeremy Smith for Patrick Seeloff and Tyler Wotherspoon. Will this go through? No, it's not sufficient at all, you say. Really? Okay, what do you guys want? Do you want something else? It might be Wotherspoon. There has to be something else I could throw in here. Trop, Weber, Janmark, Ellis. I want to keep Ellis. Let's add in Will Weber to this deal because they want Will Weber, and we can have Wotherspoon replace Weber anyway. So Fratton, Smith, and Weber, and I'll replace that 5th with that 4th, and I'll replace the 6th with the 5th. Okay, so let's see if that goes through. Fratton, Smith, and Weber for Seeloff, Wotherspoon, and Wah. There we go. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Calgary, so we're accepting your trade offer. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good deal, if I would say so. We got a pretty good young defensive defenseman in Wotherspoon. You're going to go down to the minors. Dahan, you're still considered a top 6, but I think you kind of lost your offensive spot to Seeloff right now. So he'll be playing top 6, and I guess Dahan, we can send you down to the minors. Can we send him down to the minors? You know what? We'll keep him up on the team for right now, because if shit doesn't work out quite the way I want it to, then we can go and make some changes as well. We can always just trade Dahan as well if we need to. Let me just see, is there anything else we need to kind of get rid of? Still have my first round pick for this year. Bobrovsky, Dansk, yeah, we're good for that. Defenseman, I think we're good. McCowan, Murray. Well, let's see. Murray, Johnson, Erickson, Seeloff, DeKaiser, and Martinez. Yeah, I think we're good. We don't maybe need to use Alec Martinez as well. Maybe we can use Calvin DeHaan instead of Alec Martinez. Who knows? Let me look at both of their defensive categories. Low 80s for DeHaan. He's an offensively minded guy. Or we could go with Alec Martinez, who is a little bit better defensively, much better skater. Yeah, I think we might still want to run with Alec Martinez. Okay, but I think that's all the trades that I need to get done. And let's edit our lines up now. All of our lines. So this might take a good bit as well. All right, so let's edit our lines. Let's see, best lines, best lines, best lines. Okay, we want to, we need to do roster moves. I think we need to, do we need to call up somebody as well? Let me see, so forwards we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. We missing somebody? Kane, Eberle, Johansson, Dubinsky, Hodgson, Kuznetsov, Atkinson, Terrell. Oh, yeah, we need to simulate up a day. We need to get Christo on the team. Christo didn't sign with us, yes. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, GM rep has gone up, and Christo accepted. Okay, now we can add our lines. Okay, so best lines. There we go. Christo's on the team now. Okay, I think we're good now for roster moves. Okay, so first line we want to get Patrick Kane, Ryan Johansson, and Jordan Eberle. Okay, so a lot of you guys are saying to put Eberle on his good side, his right hand side, even though Patrick Kane is on the right hand side as well. Put Eberle on the right, so I will do that. I'll move Kane over to the left. I think Kane has a left-handed shot anyway. I think Eberle has a left-handed shot as well. No, Eberle has a right-handed shot. I'll leave it like this for right now. I'll leave it like that for right now. See how that works out. All right, so second line we want Hodgson, Kuznetsov, and Atkinson. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Atkinson's a right wing. Put him over there. Fine by me. Third line we want Brandon Dubinsky, Dan Terrell, and Danny Christo. And then fourth line, Como, Anisimov, and Corey Trop. So we're going to leave Trop down there for right now. I think he'll be solid down there. Might take a good bit of penalties, but once again, we need that kind of physical player down there on that fourth line as well. Okay, so the offense looking pretty good. We got an offensively minded guy on the third line now, which is good. Dubinsky and Dana Terrell actually have pretty decent puck moving skills. I think Dubinsky does. They're average, 85s everywhere, and Christos is actually like high 80s, so he can get it done. He could probably put the puck in the net every now and then, and we'll give him some power play time as well. All right, so defensively they want Ryan Murray, Jack Johnson, Dane DeKeyser, Patrick Seelov, Tim Erickson, and Alec Martinez. Okay. We'll leave that like that the way to start right now. If things aren't looking good for Alec Martinez, if he's not performing too well, then we'll switch in Calvin DeHaan and see how he works out. But for right now, we're going to leave DeHaan on the bench. Okay, as a healthy scratch. Okay, so power play, we want Kane, Johansson, and Eberle. Yep, we'll leave that on his good wing for right now. Murray and Jack Johnson, then Kuznetsov, Hodgson, and Atkinson. I think I'm going to take Evgeny Kuznetsov off the power play, and I'm going to put Danny Christo onto the power play. Put two snipers with Hodgson. Hodgson, I think, has good puck moving skills. Yeah, he's got pretty good puck moving skills as well as good offensive awareness. Let him be the playmaker between those two guys, and then DeKeyser and Erickson as our two power play guys. Okay, so Johansson and Kane, and then Hodgson and Eberle. Fine by me. Penalty kill. Okay, so we want Terrell, Dubinsky, Anisimov, and Eberle. So they want Jordan Eberle there. Is there anybody else we can put down there instead of Eberle? So we have Terrell, Dubinsky, Anisimov, Trop, or Como. Como's decent. I'm going to say 83, 84, 84. And he's a good body checker as well. Trop has 82, 85, 83. You know, we'll put Como in for the penalty kill. We'll take Eberle off, even though they're saying Jordan Eberle has a good defensive category. It's actually pretty good, actually. I'm going to put Como in for right now. I'm going to put Blake Como on there for the penalty kill to start off. If it's not doing so good, then we'll fix it up. So, seal off with Ryan Murray, Jack Johnson with DeKeyser. Good. 3-man penalty kill, Terrell and Anisimov. Good. 4-on-4s. Yep, I'm fine with 4-on-4s. Kuznetsov. Yep, Kane. And Jack Johnson I want to put in there. And then goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky. And, whoops, I got to make some roster moves with that one as well. I need to switch up. Why you need to go down. Why you need to get swapped with Oscar Dansk. And then goaltenders, we can dress Oscar Dansk, give him some backup time. Good to go. Shootouts, Kane, Eberle, Atkinson, Johansson, and Danny Christo. Boom. And we're good for the Blue Jackets. Okay. So we're good for Columbus. Let's work on Springfield now. So we want first line. I'm actually fine with that first line. Matt Calvert, Boone Jenner, and Kirby Reichel on the first line. Perfectly fine with that. Second line, Tambellini, Barbashev, and Godobin. Carroll, Boyce, and Bjorkstrand. And then Sakaris, Judry, and Elahardry. All right, so we need to... There's definitely some players in here that are not starting. Okay, so all the centers are playing. Who's not playing? Mutre, Nylander, and Janmark. Okay, so we can scratch... Mutre can play. He's 62 overall power forward, so we can scratch this Elahardry guy. Yeah, we all need to play Alex Elahardry. Okay, I need to find him. El Hardy, we don't need to play you. Nick Mutre, get in there. Power forward down there on the fourth line. Fine. Let's see. Sacharis, I don't think we need this guy either. Peter Sacharis, nope, we don't need him. We could scratch him for Nylander. Sacharis, we don't need him. And William Nylander, yep, you can play down there, fourth line. And then Jujri, I know he's a center, but let's see what else we have here. Who's the only other player? Janmark. How's Janmark? Janmark actually can take some face-offs too. So we'll play Janmark and we'll scratch Jujri. Tease Janmark, good. And I think we're good. I think we can leave Boyce in there because I think all the forwards are good to go. Let me just double check here. Centers. All the centers are playing that I want. All the... Yep, Sacharis. Yep, he's scratched. Bjorkstrand. Yep, they're good. And then just need one defenseman to switch out on for that one, and we'll be good. Okay, so Calvert, Jenner, and Reichel. Fine. Tambellini, Barbashev, and Goodobin, Carroll, Boyce, and Bjorkstrand, and then Nylander, Janmark, and Mutre. Okay, so we'll leave Janmark down here for right now. And defensively, Julius Honka and David Savard. Yep, Dalton Prout and Schuster, Ellis, and Glaubuff. All right, let me check on the defensemen. Okay, so we need to get Wotherspoon in there, but we need to make sure we scratch somebody. I think we can scratch Cody Glaubuff. Yeah, we can scratch Cody Glaubuff. Alright, so we'll scratch Cody Glaubuff, and we'll get Tyler Wotherspoon in there for top 6. Now we have Honka, Savard, Prout, Schuster, Ellis, and Wotherspoon. Good to go. Power plays. Jenner, Reichel, Calvert, Savard, Honka, Goodobin, Barbashev, Tambellini, Schuster, and Ellis, I guess. Schuster and Ellis. Foreman power play, Jenner, Reichel, Barbashev, and Calvert. Ellis, penalty kill, Boyce, Carroll, Honka, and Savard with Jenner, Tambellini, Prout, and Schuster. Okay, that's fine with me. Those guys are going to be good too. Get my two best kind of defensive players getting penalty kill, like Austin Carroll and Tambellini. Get those guys on the penalty kill. That's a good call right there. Boyce, because he actually has the face-offs and he's pretty decent defensively. He's a grinder. And then Jenner as well. Might want to move Jenner up. Now we'll leave Jenner on the second line. Okay, Boyce, Jenner, good. Should we play Honka, Savard, Prout, and Schuster? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why they have Honka and Savard, though. Don't we have a defensive defenseman? Yeah, we have Wotherspoon. Maybe we should put Wotherspoon in there instead of somebody. He's decent defensively for penalty kill. Yeah, we'll put Wotherspoon instead of... we'll give Honka a rest. We'll move Prout up, and then we'll give Honka a rest, and we'll put Wotherspoon in there. Okay, we'll move Prout up and give Honka a rest and start Wotherspoon. Good. 4-on-4s are fine. It should be Savard, Honka, Schuster, Prout, Ellis, and Wotherspoon. Extra attackers, Calvert and Savard. Goaltenders, Clemente, I guess. Maybe I might want to go sign a goaltender just to play as well. Maybe there's a good rookie goaltender I could go pick up in free agency. I'll see if I can do that right now. Alright, that'll be the last thing, and then I think we can get going here. I don't know how long we've been recording for. 23 minutes. Maybe we can get a month done. That might be all we can get done. Alright, so let me go check in free agency for a goaltender of some sort. Just a good goaltender I could play in the minors. Let's see, who do we have? McCollum is a minor league starter. Ortio. I'm trying to look for the youngest person available. Yeah, I think Yoni Ortio might be the best one. Yeah, let's go with Yoni Ortio. Yoni Ortio, he's not looking at any other teams. He's 24, 3.5 Red Stars. We could get McCollum, but I'll get Ortio. Why not? All right, we'll simulate a day up. Simulate a day up or two. Wait for Ortio to sign with us. Any day now, Ortio, so I can put you into the roster. And Ortio accepted. Okay, and now we can put him in. GM options. Roster moves. Let's just make sure he's on the right side. Dansk Ortio is good. At lines for Springfield. Goaltenders, let's scratch Roy and put in Ortio. Just I want to have a good. Just want to make sure because I want to have a good goaltender in the AHL at all times. Just so I know I have confidence in our players to get better. Okay, so I think we're good, and we can get out of free agency, and we can start up the first month of this season. I'll make sure I put rotate goalies on as well, and we'll be ready to roll with this season here. Definitely going to be interesting to see how it works. I mean, we're doing pretty good in preseason so far, 3-1. Spoke a little bit too soon, but Kuznetsov and Kane are doing fairly well. Okay, there come the losses, but again, Kuznetsov looks like he's putting in work in the preseason. So we went 4-3 in the preseason, which is good. It's not bad. Kuznetsov looks like he might be looks like he had a good preseason, and I think we're ready to go. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's just make sure I have rotate goalies on. Settings, rules, automated rotate goalies. Automated rotate goalies are on. Good. So Bobrovsky and Dansel get some equal starts, and we could get rolling here. Get through the first half month of the season, I guess. So we got our first home game at home, and we lose 3-0. Get shut out by the LA Kings. All right, not gonna blame that one. Jonathan Quick probably still in his head, but definitely going to be interesting to see this year. I think we have a much better team. That first line definitely should be working together, but once again, start out the year 0-2 with only one goal to show for it in our first 2 games. All right, come on, boys. I know we can get it done this year. I know this is a good team. This is not looking too great to start off, though. 0-3. Might be a slump. I'd rather have a slump early on in the year rather than later on in the year. Okay, this is concerning right now. 0-4. Okay, 0-5. This is extremely, extremely concerning. Yeah, this is concerning, right? 0-6. Yeah, this is... Yeah, what the... No, I don't even know. This team might just be too far gone. I don't think I could do anything with this team in order to just turn them around. I don't know. It's pretty bad. If we go 0-7, that's just... Oh, my God. Oh my God. Oh my good Lord. That is just absolutely terrible. Alright, what we got here? First rounders. OHL. QMJHL. Yeah, let's look for the OHL. Let's look at these first round guys. 6 weeks. But oh my God. That's terrible. Like what the hell? Nobody's gotten a win yet. Nobody. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Oh my God. 0-8. You have got to be literally kidding me. Oh. This is okay. Let's just get through the first month. Let's get through the first month. Oh my God. 9-2. Oh my God. This is literally the worst start to a season I think I've ever had. 0-10. Haven't won a game. Wow. That is absolutely unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I'm in utter shock right now. I'm in utter shock. This is I have no words right now for what to say right now with this team. I have absolutely no words right now. When you have a guy like Patrick Kane, Jordan Eberle, and Ryan Johansson as your first line, and you have a defensive core like this that actually looks like it's decent enough, I'm just utterly confused what's going on. I am utterly I'm in shock. I am in utter shock. Well, let me just check team standings right now because apparently something's not going right. Goals against per game, 3.9. Goals for, 1.4. Power play, 2.8. And we've had a decent amount of power plays. Penalty kills, terrible. I have no idea. I have no idea what is this. I have honestly no idea what that is. How can you start out a season 0-10? How can you literally start a season 0-10? How does one manage that? How does one person manage that? How does one person manage that? How does Patrick Kane have no points in 10 games? How does that happen? How does Eberle have 0 points in 10 games? That is unbelievable. That is honestly unbelievable. Well, guys, you're going to have to give me some suggestions here because this is honestly shocking, shocking, weird, and I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I'm just in complete shock. Kane and Eberle have 0 points in 10 games. Johansson has 2. Jack Johnson's leading our team with 6 points in 10 games. I don't know. I have no idea what suggestions you guys want me to do. I mean, honestly, right now the way this team is playing, that's the best move to go best lines. But other than that, I have honestly no idea what to do with this team. There's honestly nothing I can think of to make this team even better. I have no idea. I'm gonna end it right here because this is honestly ridiculous. That's honestly just stupid and ridiculous. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always, guys. And Springfield's 7-1. I don't know. I really just do not know.